Now, I was quite optimistic and quite excited to the concept of Bandai Namco announcing the Tales Remastered project, revisiting Tales games and bringing them to modern systems, allowing new players to play them for the first time with various quality of life, and fans of the Tales series to go back to some of their favorites and have them as accessible as they can. I'm a big fan for it. But this latest announcement seems to have got a lot of people riled up, and I'm talking about the announcement of Tales of Berseria Remastered, and in today's video we're going to be going all over it. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Hit the like button, it helps out considerably, and if you want to stick around for some more Tales of content, you're already in the right place. Just hit that subscribe button. So the remastered project so far has been a bit hit and miss. It was really nice to revisit Tales of Grace's F, as it was one that I never really dove into, and I was really excited at the concept of getting Exilia and diving back into one of my first, if not my favourite Tales of game, though it was a shame that we didn't get Tales of Exilia 2, but they've announced that it's going to be happening, so I would assume that that's going to be happening this time next year. But as we got Tales of Grace's F at the beginning of 2025, it feels natural that we're going to get another one at the beginning of 2026, and it's Tales of Berseria, which first came out in 2016. Now for me, I never really dove too deep into Tales of Berseria, and I own Tales of Berseria, but for some people this isn't as great as it sounds. The main reason being that it's available on the PlayStation 4 and you can play it on the PlayStation 5 with little to no stress, and it's also available on PC. Though there's many out there that haven't experienced Tales, I got you covered with our partners at Instant Gaming, because you can pick up Tales of Vesperia, the definitive edition, at below $5. You can get Tales of Berseria at under $5 as well. Heck, we'll go one further. You can get Tales of Symphonia also under $5. If you're wanting the latest Tales release, then you can grab Tales of Arise at just under $10. Heck, you've spent $20 and you've got 4 Tales games already, but we're not going to stop there, because you can pick up Tales of Exilia Remastered at just under $34. Those are all fantastic deals right there if you want to dive into some other Tales games. Not only will you be supporting the channel by doing that, but you're saving a hell of a lot of money. But we're going to carry on talking about Tales of Berseria. So like I mentioned, the big kerfuffle here is that Tales of Berseria is quite recent. It's available on modern platforms. You can play it at no issues, though it does seem to be celebrating its 10-year anniversary next year, because it did come out back in 2016. So let's go over what we can expect with this remastered version and see if we can come to some conclusion on why this is happening and if it's worthwhile. Are you excited? Are you going to be picking up Tales of Berseria? Let me know in the comment section down below. So we're going to be getting the usual bells and whistles from Tales of Berseria in the remastered version of Tales of Berseria. So the grade shop is going to be available straight off the bat, so if you want an easy playthrough and enjoyed the story, that's there for you. And to be fair, Tales of Berseria, from what I've heard and from what I experienced in the first couple of hours I have played of my PS4 version of Tales of Berseria, it's quite a good story. Also, when it comes to the grade shop, everything's half price, so you can pretty much unlock everything for the most smoothest of playthroughs. The default movement speed has been increased by 1.2 times, so you can get across that map just that little bit faster. They have simplified the way items are obtained, so you can instantly obtain it by pressing a button. They've added an operation to return to the top of the main menu and shop menu by using a corresponding button. They've added a new objective display. They've added a new icon display for when you acquire or learn a new item and spell, which I think is a great quality of life, because sometimes it's not clear in the Tales game what is actually new in your inventory and what you have learned, just in case you wasn't paying attention when it says it at the end of a battle screen. As you can see, these are very familiar if you have picked up Tales of Grace's F Remastered and Tales of Exilia Remastered. They've added the star destination icon so you can see where you are needing to go during the story quests. They've added an exclamation mark for sub-event icons to the field so you know where to go to trigger it. They've added the display of the destination place name when moving to the field, so when you approach a new area, it'll tell you what that area is. I think this is in most Tales games, but maybe it wasn't in Berseria, clearly. They've added the display of each item on the mini-map and location map, so if you're looking for treasure chests and stuff, this is all available to you in the remastered version. There's also a changed timing for a certain item in the game. I'm not going to go over it because it seems to be story related, but it allows you to fast travel from the early stages of the game. They've just changed on when you can get that. There's an autosave function. Obviously, this is a really nice quality of life for this day and age. They've improved the skip function. They've added a retry function when losing just a normal battle. They've added the ability to customize the map control keys. They've added an enemy encounter function, so you can walk straight through enemies if you don't want to do any encounters in Tales of Berseria. They've adjusted the screen brightness. They've added an automatic event skip function. They've added subtitle displays during battle. They've added the ability to toggle icon displays on the minimap and location map. So what we just spoken about earlier, you can toggle that off if you don't want it. They've added the ability to fully unlock the location map. They've added audio language switching function, so you can switch between the Japanese and English audio if you do so wish. They've added new volume settings. They've added a battle BGM function, so if you've got the battle BGM pack from the deluxe edition of the remastered version, you can have some classic Tales themes playing as you are doing your battles. This seems just to be the standard now for the deluxe versions of these remastered games. They've added sound effects adjustments. They've corrected all sorts of typos and omissions. And some expressions have been changed from the original version. Now in Tales of Xillia, all that was changed was the pipe. I think they got rid of the pipe. That was it. Here, it seems to be very story related towards the beginning, and it just seems to be a minor change. It's something that doesn't bother me, but I'm sure it's something that lights the internet on fire, but that's the only thing that has been changed. And of course, it includes over 70 original DLC items, except the ones that were licensed to other games or licenses that may have run out during the time. So it's the usual standard we're getting here with Tales of Berseria, but I think the thing that people are kicking off about is that we were expecting, and I am very excited for the opportunity to play Tales of Abyss. It's a game that I've not played. It was on the PlayStation 2, and it's been locked on the PlayStation 2, though I think there's a DS or 3DS version out there somewhere, but it's locked on systems that may not be as accessible as they are when it comes to gaming on PC or gaming on PlayStation or Xbox or even the Nintendo Switch 2, which is another thing. We need Switch 2 versions of these Tales games. Allow the Switch 2 to run these games at 60 frames per second and have all the bells and whistles that the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles have. I would love to play them in handheld, but when you lock them at 30 frames per second, when there's probably the ability to bump them up to 60 on the Switch 2, it's just one of those things, right? I'm sure it's doable, and I hope that we do see it. Maybe some patches go out after they've listened to feedback. But back to the point, Tales of Berseria came out 10 years ago, and 10 years is quite a while when you think about it, but it is one of the most recent Tales games. It's a game that came out on the PlayStation 4. It's a game I already own on the PlayStation 4. It's a game I can already play on the PlayStation 5. So I am actually in a position here where I'm like, if I really want to play it, I'm just going to play the PS4 version. But then I look at these quality of life things and I think, it might make my playthrough just that little bit smoother, so maybe I should go and get this version. And I'm all for games becoming more accessible. The Tales of Berseria could be a game that people have missed and they want the most up-to-date version, or they like how Bandai Namco have been doing these remastered versions. So I can see it from all aspects. But as someone that already owns the game, there's nothing here that's really telling me that, hey, you need to get this. Maybe they could offer upgrade paths for people that own Berseria. I think that might soften the blow just a little bit for a few people. But we want the older Tales games. There's Tales games that I haven't played, the ones that are on the PlayStation. I think Tales of Hearts R I owned on PlayStation Vita at one time, but I never played, and that's definitely fell into the abyss. That's no pun intended, by the way. And I would love to revisit these old games, and I'm sure Tales fans, like your core audience, would absolutely love these games to be accessible, and they are great games for new players. Like I look back at Tales of Vesperia, which you can get at Instant Gaming under $5. That is what we are wanting, these old games that are locked to other consoles to be accessible for us to play. And I do like what they did in the definitive version. I can see them probably re-releasing Symphonia again and trying to get it right at 60 frames per second, because that would be nice, right? If we could have that GameCube version, it would be incredible. So I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. It's quite the situation. People were expecting Xillia 2. I think we're going to be getting that at the end of 2026. Where does Abyss fall into place? Do we get Tales of Destiny? Do we get Hearts R? Do we get all of these other Tales games that are locked to older systems? What is it, the Tales games that you would like to play? I'm sure some of you are out there that are going to be saying, hey, I just want a new Tales game. And I'm sure that's being worked on. I really liked Arise, by the way. Never got around to the DLC. Maybe that's something I can do. Let me know your opinions down below. It's quite the situation. I appreciate you watching. If you do want to pick up some Tales games that you don't already own on Steam, be sure to visit Instant Gaming. They're very, very cheap using my link down below. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.